This is a detailed assessment of the driver's statement. The driver of the late Honorable Sir Charles Ongondo Were. I said detailed assessment of the driver's statement, but reality is detailed assessment of the bodyguard statement. It was a slip of the tongue of the late, he used to be nicknamed Sir Charles Ongondo Were. The bodyguard alleges that the incident was very fast for him. That is most likely true. Anybody can attend up to a dozen courses, but nothing prepares one for real-time experience. During various courses one attends to, they give you very many simulations, but when it comes to matters of life and death, then things happen different. Imagine the other ones are just practicals. This time is a matter of death. People are dying. That is like this shooter is shooting the member of parliament, and what you're going to happen, it is not like shooting blanks or even shooting real bullets, but shooting at targets in college. It is possible that when the shooting started, the security man froze. That means that, there are times when you realize what is happening and you become frozen just like, what do you call, a statue. Remember, the shooter or the assassin is the one who chose the scenario. He chose where to attack. He chose when to attack. He chose how to attack. He had all the time in the world to plan. But the security officer had a fraction of a second to think and react and do whatever is possible. So that is why you can say that all facts sides with the assassin more than the bodyguard. Remember, he may not even have believed his eyes. You see, guy, kwani this mheshimiwa anakufa? But only him and God, and even probably the driver, know everything. He may come up with those stories and whatever. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, he have been. Anybody can turn against you. Even your bodyguard can be bought, isn't it? During my time in service, we only had cabinet ministers who had police bodyguards. Those days, assistant ministers and members of parliament did not have police security. Now, very many government officials have VIP protection. We have governors with VIP protection. We have senators with VIP protection. We have MPs and even other people, parastatal heads, PS and whatever. All of them have police security. So you find that we have so many police officers there who are doing VIP protection. And when I say VIP protection by very important people, and I refer to police, I'm not only referring to the police, I'm also referring to, many Kenyans get used. Many Kenyans, when you say police, they think of general duties. So I'm not just talking about general duties. I'm also talking about administration police. I'm also talking about KWS and Kenya Forest Service and even the military. But majority, over 90% of VIP protection are members of the National Police Service. Even during my time, when only cabinet ministers had VIP protection, we had no time or even funds which were set aside for training officers in VIP protection. I can remember many of the cases which I knew that a cabinet minister would want to be protected or anything, to have a police protection, they just went to a police station or an AP camp or even a forest for a minister for wildlife. They even went to places where we had the KWS places, and they took those officers, security officers, for VIP protection. And you know, a VIP protection course has very many things to train on, which includes simulated stand-to procedure. Simulated stand-to procedure. Stand-to procedure is what is called a reaction. What you are going to react in case of an emergency. The best example I can give to anybody, any civilian, about stand-to procedure is, you know, buildings. We have buildings, we have other places where we have fire drills. Yeah, stand-to procedure, the best example is a fire drill, whereby you stay in buildings, especially storied building, tall buildings. One day or two, they simulate a situation where the building is on fire. What do you do? How do you react all the way up to? There is those places where, when you have, they say, what do you call? There are those places when, after you run away from that from the building, and the fire brigade comes, you go and assemble. Yeah, assembly places where you assemble for counting to see if they can account for everybody. So that procedure where you have a fire drill also is what is also called stand-to procedure. Stand-to procedure in VIP protection is where you are taught, uh, um, you are even given vehicles where you have ambushes and whatever. So you are taught on just like a fire drill, but this is okay. This is also a fire drill, because it is assumed that the VIP is being fired at, but you see the fire in the VIP and the fire to tall buildings are both fires, but they mean different. When you attend VIP protection course, which takes, during my time it used to take 6 weeks, but nowadays I think the best way to attend that one needs 3 months. It needs 3 months of purely nothing else, just VIP protection. It also includes training in surveillance and counter-surveillance operations. What I mean here, surveillance and counter-surveillance operation. Surveillance is when you are shadowing somebody. Somebody is moving, let's say, from Kawangware to Embakasi. So you have to follow this person without the person knowing that you are pursuing him or her. And counter-surveillance operations is first of all, in counter-surveillance operation, you are supposed to identify somebody who is doing surveillance on you. For example, in this case of Honorable Charles Ongonda Were, through CCTV, we are told that there is somebody who was monitoring all the way from a certain distance up to the shooting place. So if you are a good VIP protection officer, you are supposed to identify the people who are performing surveillance on you, and then you do the counter. You counter that person. You counter that person in very many ways. You counter that person one way of shaking him off, or even facing him. And since you are a police officer, you can even arrest that person. So those are the things that you are taught during the VIP protection. But since even during our time, when we had very few people who were attending VIP protection, we did not have enough classes to have them trained on that. Remember, like today, was it just the other day when some ministers who are, there are some ministers who are appointed, like Rugu. Rugu replaced the former speaker, Muturi. Now you are appointed within a week. You go through what do you call parliamentary vetting. Within a week, you go through parliamentary vetting. After going through parliamentary vetting, then you are sworn in. You have no time to identify a guard who will undergo the VIP protection for 3 months. Remember also, there is also a threat that if for the 3 months your guard is going on operation and you are, let's say, a cabinet secretary, you will be exposed to security risk. I want to say that every time there is an assassination anywhere in the world, even this Kasambodi you are talking of, Sir Charles, that is an assassination, you'll find that VIP protection groups worldwide review the case during the VIP protection courses and seminars. They do a lot of reviewing, like what we are trying to show through AI of what may have happened. Every VIP protection course worldwide, every where they meet and whatever, they have to do that review and identify the weaknesses that led to that assassination. And also during the VIP protection, we are taught a lot of CQB. A lot of CQB is simulated. CQB, I mean close quarter battle. Remember, and the late Oduor, the Raila's security, you can see the way he used to control crowds. He's one of the best VIP protection I've ever known, whereby you control the crowd firmly but politely, and you are very careful for the CQB. Remember, political assassinations, on very few occasions, like this one, on very few occasions they use rifles, but in many cases they use CQB, which is close quarter battle. So you have to know how to fight off such an assassination attempt. It is also unfortunate, I've noticed, that very many VIPs, even during my time, very many VIPs preferred or prefer protection by homeboys. By homeboys, I mean, and a VIP would want to have once you are appointed to a position where you have bodyguards supplied by the government, you usually go around looking for police officers from your home village. Yes, it is preferred to have boys from home for logistic purposes. Supposing you come from Lugulu in Webuye and your bodyguard is from Rogoro in Karatina, you would prefer that bodyguard from your home area because you reach at home maybe it's very late, let's say at around 11 a.m. and you have to sleep for a few hours. You'll be awake by 5. So you find it is convenient for somebody from your home area, because once you report your home, he rushes to his home area. But a person who, let's say, is from Rogoro and you're in Lugulu, he'll have to go for a lodging and whatever, which is not safe because he's armed. And even if he leaves you with the arms, people may kidnap him so as to preventing him from coming to you, and you'll be exposed. But I would tell people who are very senior, maybe you'd think about in your royal areas. Also, you should think about constructing servants' quarter, so that if you have a professional VIP protector from very far from where you come from, he can always sleep within the compound in the servants' quarter. I can say that professional VIP protectors are better Most of these VIP protectors have little or no VIP training, but are connected. You see, you are very close to the MP, you are very close to the cabinet secretary, you are close to the governor, because you come from the same village, and because of the allowances and so on, and also having chances to stay at home, you are chosen that way. But when you get a professional protector, he is trained in all those things I was mentioning. I was mentioning things such as surveillance, counter surveillance, CQB, and whatever. But most of these VIP protection you find, these are just police officers who have just come from Kiganjo. Issues such as VIP protection, going to load M-Pesa and leaving the VIP exposed, is very bad, because the few seconds, the 30 seconds or even 2 minutes you go and to the M-Pesa's place and give out the money, so that when you are giving out the money, the M-Pesa fills in and whatever, and then you come back. Remember those 2 minutes. Ongondo Were was alone with the driver. That is very bad. I would also encourage VIPs, apart from this security officer who is a police officer, you should also have the driver who is a police officer or something, or somebody licensed to handle guns. You should also remember what I said recently when I said that Raila was very clever, that the platoon that takes care of him, he made sure that they were all appointed to be police reservists. Being appointed police reservists, you automatically are allowed to use firearms of all types, of which any other regular police can do. As I said, most of these VIP protection guys are people who have basic recruit training. Now, recruit courses have little or no time for firearm training, especially for small firearms. And when I talk of small firearms, I have a lot of remembering of CQB, close quarter battles. In a VIP protection course, which I said I recommended during our time I attended a VIP course for 6 weeks. But with the latest changes and whatever, I would recommend that anybody attending a VIP protection course should undertake a 6 week, say not a 6 week like us, but a 3 month thorough training. The training has a lot of physical running, like recruits in the morning. In a VIP protection courses, not only are they taught extensively on firearm handling, but they extensively study as many instances of security of the VIP. They are even reminded of cases, just to mention a few, of President Ronald Reagan, how he was almost assassinated. They are also taught, like we were taught, of the assassination of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, and also the former Prime Minister and her son, Rajiv Gandhi, and so on and so on. And you know, after I left, a lot of security people have been assassinated and so on. They study that. They even look at the video footages, and try to review that and tell the people that imagine you coming into that scenario. They are shown as many videos as possible and pinpoint security lapses in each and every such operations. Remember, a case like Ronald Reagan, they would even be pointed that, you see, it so happened because of this or that, and Rajiv Gandhi, everybody, whatever they did. Even today's assassination of Charles Ongondo Were, they will even show that thing, because I'm made to understand that pictures are already out with the security people. I don't think they're on social media. Pictures are already there showing people showing the investigators on places where this assassin was hiding, and where the assassin was recording recording this the movement of Mheshimiwa. So uh, every new assassination, it adds more lesson to any, like somebody who was taught last year VIP protection, and somebody who is taught a VIP protection this year. The one taught this year has an additional tape like this one off, and then they'll try and review and say, this is just like football coaches, where you are shown that you see this striker nearly scored and then this is, I hope you understand by me trying to show the example that way. And as I said, and I'll repeat, that any assassination, whether an attempt or successful worldwide, it causes a lot of we want somebody said when an attempted when an assassination, whether attempted or successful, is disclosed, it goes to an extent where it is like it's missing, and the whole VIP protection world gets a code. And even during the VIP protection course, they are the VIP guards are taught on guarding of. You see, there is a time when a VIP moves with only one guard. There is a time when a VIP moves with two guards. There is even a time when a VIP moves with three. So on and so forth. Of even there are some VIPs who move with a platoon. Every time one moves from point A to point B, he or she has a platoon. A platoon has 32 askaris. So we were taught, and just like when I'm looking at the TV in my house, I usually see I enjoy seeing, okay, this person with the suit is number one. See how they interchange with number two. The easiest way I can tell you about interchanging of number one and number two, just look at the president reviewing the parade. You'll find that when the president reaches at the end and he takes the second line, the guard, the VIP guard on suit, who is on his left moves to the right, and who was on the right moves to the left. That is why we say number two has moved. Number two is now becoming number three. Number three has moved to number. That exchange of like that one. That is why I'm saying that when you attend VIP protection, you are taught how guards operate. When it is one guard, two guards, three guards, onwards up to even a platoon. Apart from presidents like West African presidents and Museveni, it is very hard to find a president with more than 32 guards moving with him or her in one time. But this doesn't remove the possibility of either or both the driver and the bodyguard being involved in the assassination of this MP. As I said before, chances of finding the killer of Charles Ongondo Were are almost zero, especially bearing in mind that he was a violent person and differed with a lot of people. So expect everybody to wish that killers are not found because of the way he used to live. With those very many remarks, I think I have explained a great deal on why we need to have security officers guarding VIP to attend VIP protection course. We learn a lot through here. It is not like in Kiganjo. You know, Kiganjo, if you take what we call weapon training, it takes a very little time because of, you know, in Kiganjo, they are teaching you how to arrest somebody, how to open a file, how to run a police station, such things. But when somebody goes for a VIP protection, he goes for 3 months and is a very uh, well trained person. With those very many remarks, I say adios and let us meet in another episode. Thank you.